Basic was released in 2003. This is directed by John McTiernan, written by James Vanderbilt, with a cast including John Travolta, Samuel L. Jackson, Connie Nielsen, Tim Daly, Giovanni Ribisi, and various others. We have a great cast, some decent characters. I watched this for Tim Daly, and I didn't love it. It was unlikely to be a new favourite for me because the topic doesn't appeal to me that much, but I was happy to give it a go because there are plenty of films where I don't think I'm going to love them and then I end up actually really enjoying them. Unfortunately, that's not the case here, but it's not terrible, and I do think there's probably an audience for it. I'll read the description from IMDb, which sums this up without going into too much detail, and this says, Maverick DEA agent Tom Hardy investigates the disappearance of a fearsome sergeant and his special forces trainees. Some descriptions online go into a bit more detail, and that's just worth bearing in mind that if you don't want any more information than that, try and avoid other descriptions elsewhere because some give away somewhat spoilery details. It sounded dramatic, it sounded intense, and it could have worked for me. It didn't really, but is it a good story? I didn't connect with it emotionally, but I think if you do care about the characters, it could certainly be a stronger experience. I think the characters are well enough written, the performances are very good, I think the development of the story works well, the pacing is not too bad, so it has all of the elements of a potentially good experience, but I never really cared emotionally about the story or the characters, which meant that I was just kind of going through the motions with watching, and I wouldn't say I was tremendously bored, and there wasn't really anything that didn't work. I just found it difficult to really connect with any character or any aspect of the story. But if you can do that, then I think you'll find that it's probably a pretty decent experience. I don't know if you'd ever love it, but I think you might like it. So that's just all worth bearing in mind. Visually, it's not bad with some good camera work. There is a lot of dim lighting, which I don't love, but I do think that a lot of it does work. I'm very particular with lighting. I don't like dim lighting in general, but there are occasions where it actually does serve a purpose and does help with the atmosphere. Good use of sound. I wouldn't watch it again. I think Basic is an okay film. I wasn't bored, but I didn't really care for it. But I do think there's an audience for it. I'd love to know what you think if it does really sound like your kind of film. Does it deliver? Does it meet your expectations? Did you care about the characters? None of that worked for me, but there's not really anything wrong with the film. So if it does appeal to you, then I guess I'm happy to recommend it.